ready. And as soon as the race starter is ready, those buckets that the bows are in will come down. And for the next 6 minutes or so, well, our hearts will be well and truly in our mouths. Great Britain there, Australia right next to them. We've been watching the cruise, all the other boats just looking at each other. Australia and Great Britain just...
Where I think we're going to have to really find this, where this race is going to develop, I think, is in the third 500. Britain has got to get out in front. Australia are going to push through after the halfway point, and that is what has happened in the past. It's really brawn here against technique.
The final of the men's coxless pair. Away first time, lane order again, Czech Republic in 1, Croatia 2, Australia 3, Great Britain 4, South Africa 5, and Yugoslavia in lane number 6. Now let's see, Great Britain, what have you got? And they really have to front load it. Steve was just saying they're pushing out hard, and they're already up on 48 strokes per minute, and they've taken a half a length, and now look at them go. They're in the middle of the picture, they're in the yellow boat, and they've taken the race on by the scruff of their necks, but that's all they can do. They've got no other option.
They've got to go out there. It's a tailwind blowing very, very strong, and that tailwind, it could favour the technicians, but it's bouncy as well. There's a lot of power needed here to get out in front and then to hold on at 1,000. That's what the race is going to develop. Look,
they've gone already. They've taken a length now out of Australia. These guys are fired up. They're through 250, and they've taken a length out of the Australians. I mean, Croatia, they pushed the Great Britain crew hard in Lucerne about 7 or 8 weeks ago. These are no slow coaches. They're going to be quick, but look at Great Britain already. 2/3 now, coming up to a third, maybe 2/3 of a length of clear water. The Australians, they're cool and they're calm, they're relaxed, but they will be starting to get worried.
Tompkins, the great technician, he loves to get into a rhythm. He doesn't want to do anything until he's settled down and got into his rhythm, got into his stride. That's when he feels that he can move his boat. It's an Australian boat, it's a very sensitive boat, and they've got to row it well, so they do need the time to settle the boat. But we've changed boats. Great Britain has moved in now into a German Empacker, yellow boat, unusual for them, but my goodness, look at them go. There is the power.
500 gone, 1,500 to go, and already they're starting to answer the questions. They lead, and don't they lead impressively now? The Australians, well, they're going to have to start questioning what they do in this second 500 metres, all around the streets, the squares, the cafes, the bars of Seville. Over the last week, the one question was Australia, Great Britain, who is it going to be? They're answering it today. They're a length ahead of the field, and this is where they are comfortable. It'll take a big effort from the Australians now to come back on that.
Yeah, we'll have to slow down. We'll have to be slowing down if the Australians are going to come back to that. That's what they rely on in that third 500. But they're at 39.5 strokes a minute. Matthew is powering at 39.5 strokes a minute. This is what they love best. They've gone out in front. This is a hell of a lead. And they've got over a length on Croatia, who are the crew that gave them such a hard time in Lucerne as well.
Awesome. One word for Great Britain, awesome. They look absolutely stunning. They have said to everybody, well, you've doubted us throughout this week. You've doubted our ability. We've gone away on training camp. We've had a good training camp, and we mean business. Every stroke there is this raw aggression going on down there, because it really was a test of two styles. It was power of these boys against the technique of Australia. Well, aren't they answering us? And I'm just in absolute awe. They look fantastic.
Speaking to James Cracknell yesterday, he was worried about the tailwind. He was thinking, are we going to run out of river? Will it be catch-up? It's absolutely the Australians who are having to play catch-up here. They were worried about whether they could row a tailwind. My goodness, look at that. They are shifting. Their rating is now still at 39.
We're halfway through now this final of the men's coxless pairs. They are inside the world record by 4 seconds. Great Britain lead, and let's just say they lead everybody. Let's not worry about who's in second or third at the moment, because there is clear water and a lot of it between Great Britain and everybody. We knew there was going to be a world record time today, and they've inside 4 seconds down. I mean, what can you say, really? We're speechless here. We're absolutely speechless.
This is stunning. I mean, this is where Australia would have been pushing through. This is the third 500, and they are still not actually out of the rest of the field. And we've got nearly 2.5 lengths clearance between Great Britain out in front and Australia.
Well, I said earlier that reputations are hard to earn, easy lost. Well, today they are really working on this reputation. Everything that's gone before will be irrelevant. Everyone will remember this particular race. We are 2 years away from Athens, and they are racing with such power, and it's just like brave hearts, aren't they, really? They're just absolutely phenomenal.
They're still at 36 strokes a minute. Australia at 34.5. That's what they like to do. But Australia struggling to try and get past Croatia now. it's an extraordinary turnaround. The whole of the mood here has been almost one of gloom, that Great Britain was finally going to lose it. That Pinsent, after 12 years on the top, he's been there on top, never lost a gold medal at world or Olympic level since 1990, and Cracknell since 1996. They thought they were going to lose it, but look at them go. 500 metres to go.
Into the last quarter now, this heavyweight final, the men's coxless pairs, and Great Britain a full 3.1 seconds ahead of the rest of the field, and they haven't really let off. They have not let off from the very first stroke. They took a length out of everybody, and they've said, this is our event. We won it last year. We're going to win it next year, and we're going to go all the way through to Athens, and they've just laid down a benchmark really for everybody. Number 3, the crew number 3, the Australian crew, that was the crew that everybody tipped, apart from one person. So Steve Redgrave, well, he had his faith in his boys, and they've come true today. Here's the Australians. Well, they're struggling. They don't look like the half the crew they have throughout this whole regatta.
They've gone up to 40 strokes a minute, but they just aren't really making the impression. And it's Great Britain who are still out of the picture there. You can see their puddles, but they are moving now. Everybody's moving back on them because it was a big push to get out there in front. They had to work very hard, but look at it. It's still a length and a half, and the Great Britain crew are doing it again.
250 metres remain now, and everybody's coming back. Here come back South Africa. The Australians are coming back. Croatia are coming back. They're all ploughing it in. They're going to run out of space here in lane number 5. South Africa pushing on in second place. Great Britain are out to the right. In lane 3, the white boat, Australia pushing every stroke. Up goes the rate. They're coming up. There's the stern now. We've got 75 metres remaining. Have the Great Britain crew got enough? Australia pushing hard in lane number 3. Up there in lane 2, Croatia. The South Africans have got the overlap, but they're not going to do it. We've got 5 strokes remaining, and today is Great Britain's day, and they are there just by half a length, and the arms go into the air, and there is just adulation by everybody, and the world record has gone by 4 seconds, and Matthew Pinsent has slumped back and just smiles all around because they know this event was made for them. And completely looking to the right, he's looking to everybody. Well, South Africa, well, they came second place. Australia are in 4th, but today, Great Britain, it's gold, and well, we shouldn't have doubted them.
We never doubted them, did we, Steve?
It's so impressive. Smashed the world record. 2 other world records have gone, but only small margins. That's 4 seconds taken off the world record.
James, Matthew, we're all walking around with smiles on our faces, but what kind of boost has that victory and that performance given both of you?
Well, it's left me a bit shocked at the moment. Halfway, I didn't know what to call, so because we're so far ahead, we thought we'd aim to be ahead at 750 gone. We were like 2 lengths up, and I was going to call, okay, whatever we're doing, keep doing it. But I started the race plan, and it was kind of all the dreams I've had over the last week or so, that wasn't ever one of them, to be that far up with 750 to go and just kept moving away. It was just one of the greatest feelings I've ever had.
I can imagine. And then it was a question of hanging on, and you hung on comfortably. World record.
Oh, come on, you know the story. You were there in Sydney. Everyone says, oh, they always come back. But if you're that much in control, then it's just a matter of crossing the line first. And we said before we went out that it was fast times, but times were going to mean nothing. It was all about crossing the line first. And it was, 6:14 is a pretty amazing time. Jürgen's always had that as a gold standard.
2002 World Champions in men's coxless pairs, Great Britain.
And what a day for these 2 individuals. When everybody questioned them, they came up with the answers. And as they got out of their boat, they gave each other a hug, and it was just a really moving moment as we were watching them from our commentary position. Smiles all around, but a big relief.
Second, South Africa.
Silver for South Africa. A great result. They were absolutely thrilled with the result there. Donovan Čech and Raymond de Clemente.
Donovan Čech. Third, Croatia.
And Croatia, well, what a regatta they've had. Pushed Great Britain quite hard at Lucerne earlier this year and had a fantastic race themselves. Well inside the world record time of 6:15. two men, one word, awesome.